Oh, that's a horrible
It's
idea.
just, it's like shawarma. It's just slices of meat that you just shave off of the
I'm
kebab.
getting increasingly uncomfortable by
We're
this.
live. Hey.
Like a charcuterie board.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Wayward 7. My name is Will, as usual, and welcome back for episode 3. Three. We're on episode 3. Once again, thank you to my dad, who's backstage running tech for us today, and thank you for helping us set all this up again. If anybody, I think we all know the cast, so does anybody have any announcements or anything they want to say before we get to it?
Nope.
No, let's do
No.
it.
Yep.
All right, I guess let's just roll the intro. Boop.
Switch off who wears the beard.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Great. So now that we're back, let's go ahead and jump into the game if everybody's ready.
Yeah.
Ready.
What's up? All
Ready.
right. Great. So, last time we left off, the party went to Gregori's Gala, a spectacular event of a few food tables and lanterns and a couple odd miscreants that are out and about. But going there, you guys met some interesting people. You met Ares, the witch, who is a familiar person to Nastani. You met some Cilicians as well as some dwarves. Some interesting folk here and there, but for the most part it was uneventful until, all of a sudden, a giant burst through the decrepit mansion nearby with a very astute-looking Gregori looking very proud of himself on its back. As the giant burst out throwing boulders and slamming its massive club into people, you guys fought it valiantly. Nastani took a bit of a hit, but got back up. And Darrow delivered the final blow, finally getting redemption for the pig. So, with that being said, you guys met with Gregori, who waved a little white flag coming out of the giant's backpack, and had a brief discussion with him where he offered a lot of money for a race coming up. The Champion's Pursuit, in fact, one of the grandest in all Hrossian events. You guys contemplated trusting this very untrustworthy fellow, and eventually decided to accept him as your sponsor and signed a contract that disappeared.
I don't think we
Should
should
not have so
Off of
bad.
the
done that.
But with that being said, you guys were offered a carriage ride all the way to Hvöllhelm, which would take a couple days, and Arvin was driving the carriage. That being said, as the carriage leaves, heading out into the night, you guys can all mark off a long rest. So, are any of you guys taking watch during the night?
I feel like we should.
I will.
Arvin's driving, so
Is Gregori in the carriage with us?
Gregori is not. He stayed behind, and as you kind of are leaving, you kind of just see him wave, and you see him kind of turn around and walk back over to the body of the giant.
I will take the first watch. I only need 4 hours of sleep, so.
Sure, go for it. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Plus 5, and I'm proficient.
Well, it should already be added.
I love that. So
Yeah.
11.
11? Okay. Looking out, it's a beautiful moonlit sky. The golden moon still kind of shining down on you. It looks slightly off from when you last saw it. Can't quite place your finger on it, though. But as you kind of sit there in the carriage, you feel the amulet in your pocket kind of burning for a second as you kind of pull it out. It's warm to the touch. But nothing out of the ordinary happens.
That's weird.
So, end of your watch, who's taking next?
I'll take the second watch.
Okay. Darrow, go ahead and make a perception check for me. Let me get my dice out. That would be helpful.
Good night, Darrow.
Good night. 10.
10. So, fairly uneventful. Fairly uneventful as far as you notice. Arvin is kind of just trekking on through the night, kind of very focused on the road. You see the mountains far off in the distance. You gather a couple days. It's going to be a long journey. Hopefully you guys brought food with you. Second watch?
You mean third?
Third watch, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'll do third.
Okay, go for it. Make a perception check for me.
A nat 1 plus 4.
Okay. As Darrow wakes you up for third watch, you wake up, give him a nod, and close your eyes. There will be no fourth watch. Unfortunately, no one is there to wake up Nastani.
She probably would fall asleep too.
Luckily, though, eventually you all wake up sometime in the morning, all looking around and wondering why the sun is a little lower in the sky than it should be, or higher in the sky than it should be. But as
Ness, did you fall asleep last night?
I can't believe you would fall asleep on your watch.
No one woke me up.
I definitely remember waking you up.
You didn't wake me up.
I did.
I'm
It's
used
very
to-
embarrassing that not only would you fall asleep, but also forget waking up in the first place.
I'm sorry.
oh, no.
Oh my God.
We forgive you.
Thank you.
It's fine. Just don't let it happen
There's
again.
like tears in her eyes because she just woke up and she's really confused.
It was a long day yesterday.
I almost died.
It's very understandable that someone would fall asleep on their watch after what happened yesterday.
I'm sorry that I'm not an old man like you.
Yeah. Well.
Oof. Okay. So, as you guys travel for the day, I need somebody to go ahead and, let's make it super fun. You guys want to do it super fun way?
Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
I always want to have
Please.
super
Fun
fun.
for you or fun for
I
us?
need somebody to roll the D100.
Yes.
Not me.
Well, it'll happen multiple
I just
times.
gaslit you. I'll let you do it.
No. You already
Okay.
grab it. It's fine.
All right,
I'm not
go for it.
hurt.
Tell me what
Just
you
got
do.
it.
So hefty.
It's my favorite die. Because you could hurt somebody with it.
You could check
So
it.
shiny. You
I
can
think you
barely
could
read
hurt
it.
someone with any if you're determined
Just like
enough.
press down on the top and.
You need to know?
Yeah.
37.
37. Okay.
This feels super fun already.
I'm gonna write down.
Oh no. Okay. Now I'm joking. Here, let me see that. So, as you guys are traveling down the road through the kind of plains of Hvöllhelm, you notice that the mountains off in the distance kind of looming as the sun kind of gets about midday here. If I can find my... Nope. Never mind. It's gone forever. The shadows looming off in the distance. You see what appears to be a caravan on the side of the road. Tilted over, you notice that the horses are gone. There is nobody there. And there appears to be a kind of large kind of figure kind of hulking over next to the side. I'll say one of you can make a perception check for me, whoever's at the front of the carriage.
That's me. I decided.
Sure.
Aha, 14.
14? I'll say with your eagle eyes, you can spot that this is a large bear-like creature that is rummaging through the cart.
Oh.
Good
You
morning.
kind of see Arvin sees this and kind of pulls back and he's like, There's a thing on the road.
What do you mean, Arvin?
Look, and you see this. Say, make a nature check for me.
Ooh. Yeah, hang on. I don't do that much.
True.
Okay.
The first one it might be of the game.
9.
9. I would say you see kind of the large hulking bear figure, feathers on its back, and you kind of see as the head kind of perks up and kind of generally looks in your direction. You guys aren't far enough to gain its ire, but you do see that it does have a large beak on it.
This is what I think it is.
Oh wow. So do we keep driving, or is that thing gonna attack us?
You asking Arvin or?
Looking
Icarus and Arvin, I guess.
Well, we could maybe go back and hope that it leaves, or you guys could do something about it. I don't want to get the horses near that thing.
Would any of us recognize what it is?
I would say, I'll let each of you make a nature check, other than you.
Yep, that's fine.
It's not
That's.
I'm not gonna know what it is. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
Do we have a deadline to get to?
I believe he said it was in a week and a half, so you guys have a decent amount of time.
And
for
how long does it take to get there?
just about 2 days.
Okay.
I don't know what that thing is.
Okay.
I
Do we
too have
both
no
know?
idea.
Nobody knows
With
what this
that-
creature
With a
is.
6, no.
Arvin, do you know what that is?
I'll roll for Arvin, just for you.
Thank you.
Arvin rolled a 2 and does not know.
None of us know what this is.
Considering it attacked that caravan, I have a solid inkling that it would attack us as well.
I
Don't
agree.
you think?
I agree.
I don't like that it's looking at me.
Well, I think if we just, it's busy with whatever it's doing over there, and if we just, if we go back and we wait till nightfall, maybe it'll be gone.
Is there a way around? Maybe.
Like a
We could
huge-
try. I don't know if the carriage can get through the brush.
I think
Or
I
we
say we
could
wait
kill
it
it.
out.
Go wait it
We'll
out.
wait it out. Yes, wait it out.
I
Thank
was
you.
You
gonna-
could
What I
lure it
said.
away, maybe.
I was thinking kill it.
Kill it.
It's where it belongs.
It
in
ate
nature.
the carriage. Yeah, I don't. You can try.
If it doesn't
Go
provoke
for it.
us, I see no reason to kill it.
This could be a good training opportunity.
You always rein me in, and that's what I love about you. Alright, let's wait it out.
We're probably going to run into things similar on this race.
Maybe this would be good training. No, rein me in. Rein me in.
We don't know what we may find on the race. I suggest we leave this creature alone for now, since absolutely none of us know what it is,
Okay,
and
What
trust
if
our
we,
instincts
we
later
stake
on.
it out, we just wait till nightfall, and we can come up with a backup plan in case it's like done with that caravan. It's like, oh my
It
goodness,
hasn't
there's
really
another
moved,
one.
has
Let's go get it.
It's been very focused at what it's doing, kind of at the back end of the carriage. I'll say make another perception check for me.
Guys, what if there's something in the carriage? What if we need to save like a little
13.
baby
13.
girl hidden in the carriage?
Say, kind of peeking out and around, taking a minute to notice it. You do see that. You do find one of the horses, unfortunately, as it is kind of behind the carriage and it is currently devouring it.
Oh.
Is there any other movement nearby?
Any movement around the brush or the trees?
Yeah.
Yeah, make a perception check. Go for it.
Why is that? Okay.
You guys need to roll better tonight.
I don't know what to tell you. It's a 9.
9.
What's
Yeah.
the highest one we've had so far?
It
Like
was
a
all those
weapon?
20s we got the other day.
I know, right? I even tested my dice.
Curse.
I would say it's not being sneaky, but kind of looking around. Just past that, you see there's kind of a rustle in the brushes, and you kind of see very camouflaged feathers as well
So another
of a
one.
second one
Oh.
devouring
I
what
think we
appears to be
should
another horse.
I'm gonna. So maybe we should definitely stake out because I see another one that's like right over there in between the bushes. If you like,
How
looks
far
like
away
right there.
is it?
It's a good distance away.
Over 60 feet for sure.
Oh, for sure.
And what time of the day is it?
It's about noon. You guys would be wasting about an entire day of travel if you were to
So
not press on, but it's up to you.
What are the chances that they're distracted with what they're eating and we
Well,
can sneak
there's
past?
only one that's distracted by eating. The other one's watching it from the brush. So we could either.
Maybe if we don't pose a threat and don't look tasty, then
Our horses
They'll
are
let
really
us pass.
tasty.
Well, I mean, it's already like gone through those horses, so I seriously doubt it's not gonna be like, oh my goodness, fast food, let's go.
Do we have any? I mean,
That's good.
so we have time to wait. I mean, we have a week, right?
Yeah, you have a week and some change.
But like, I want to go shopping. I have money.
I would want as much time as at our destination as possible. But
Right, because we want to like see what's the competition there. He
it
did
is
say
better
the
to get there late
horses.
than to never get there at all.
But,
Also, what if these things attack us in the night?
I don't like that thought. I don't like it. That's
Okay,
a horrible idea.
So
I didn't think about that.
there's one on the caravan, and then the other one's like way off in, like it's like
It's nearby.
like it's watching the
It's
other one.
in. It seems to be doing something in the brush.
I mean, I only rolled a 9. It's not like I can
Yeah.
like see things.
You can see that it is rustling in the brush right nearby it.
Does it look like it's doing something in there? It's not
It's
just
doing
like.
something.
Should we go as
I'm getting the
fast
feeling.
as possible?
I don't know. I kind of get the feeling that there's something to be done.
I feel like the faster we go, the more attention we'll draw to ourselves.
What if you were to fly to be bait and get this thing to kind of go off the road a little bit, and then we could squeeze by it?
These things have wings or just feathers and a beak?
You saw feathers and a beak, but they are large bear-like figures.
If you fly, I'll go with you.
What are the odds it would leave a delicious meal just because a bird flies by?
Besides, based off of my past track record, I'll fall first, so you'll know what happens.
Okay, who votes that we stay for the night and post up, and who votes that we go by?
This is
For number 2, I don't like that thought that was brought up earlier.
And also, there's a
Is there not a possibility that we just wait them out and they leave while there's still daylight?
I like that.
Did the bear see us?
It definitely noticed
looked
you.
at us.
Okay,
Definitely
so it knows
noticed
we're
you guys.
here. I'm pretty sure once it's done with meal number 1, it's gonna go for seconds.
Unless it's full and wants to take a nap.
Okay, but like for the most part, a lot of predators sometimes like to just do it for fun.
and one concern is that honestly, it could be a little like weird about its territory and its meal. Like it could, like if we're too close to it, it could attack us because that's its meal and it's protecting its meal.
And if it has like a family or like a what's the word for like that?
I think we're thinking about them too much,
Cubs.
and we need to. They're going to finish by the time you're done discussing. So,
I'm talking
Yeah.
about
Can we
their
just-
animalistic
let's-
nature. so
can we
what-
decide something?
Let's just go stake out. I think everybody's leaning in that direction.
So we come back.
Yeah.
Or we run them by them.
What do you think? Should we go back?
Let's go back. That's what y'all want. So. I say we go back. Rain be in you did.
Okay.
I do agree with Ren.
All right.
So Marvin kind of turns the horses and takes the carriage a decent amount back up the road. Let's see. You guys are any of you going back and forth to check or?
I can fly
Sure.
some reconnaissance.
Okay. So you're taking some reconnaissance. So how long until you're taking your reconnaissance look?
I don't know. Did I see how close it seemed to being done with the horse?
No.
Okay. Well, probably pretty soon then to try and get an idea of that.
So like an hour or two.
Yes.
Sure.
An hour sounds good.
Okay.
Sure.
So fly back over an hour. Make a perception check with advantage because you were flying.
Let's go.
And it's on a clear space on the road.
Okay, 23.
23. You can see that, one of the creatures is kind of milling about further down the road as it's kind of walking away. You see the desecrated horse carcass, but you do see that there are now 2 of them, one walking kind of nearby, as well as what appear to be smaller ones that are kind of following behind them.
Cubs.
I would say you estimate that waiting another hour or so, they should be out of the area. They're not heading in your direction.
Okay. Alright. We should be good to wait.
Okay. So you guys wait an hour or so, head back out, do not see the creatures, and you guys can continue on your way. Arvin got some rest, so he can continue through the night if you guys want him to.
Yeah.
I think so.
Great. So,
If his health is okay.
all right. So,
So
are
glad
you guys
we
taking
didn't
watch
kill
or just going to leave it to Arvin?
cops.
We'll take watch.
We'll take
Yeah,
one,
definitely
'cause-
taking
'cause
watch.
I mean, if
First
he's,
watch.
if he's driving through the night, I kind of want to make sure he's.
I'll take first watch.
So you take first watch. Make a perception check for me, Darrow.
5.
Darrow, you look out the window and it's fog. Lots of fog. Not much to see for these 2 hours that you're kind of keeping an eye. But who's taking next?
Me.
All right, go for it. Make a perception check. You guys gotta get good.
9.
I got a good roll.
9.
9.
I'm switching out my dice. They're not working.
Fog. Lots of fog. It's a very foggy night.
Oh no.
Go for it. Perception check.
16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have +5, so.
Okay. As it is foggy tonight, but you with your more alertness than your friends here,
And dark vision.
and dark vision, that definitely helps. You see something interesting as you're kind of passing by on the carriage. You see what appears to be a toppled over kind of carriage. It's just kind of on the side of the road, but you see that there is on the inside of it a large chest that is closed.
Arvin,
Oh. Yep, sorry, I was kind of in the zone.
stop, Arvin.
He pulls the reins back. You kind of hear the horses neigh and kind of, is everything all right?
Do you see that, Arvin?
It's foggy.
Oh, all right. Okay, it's fair. Okay,
Yeah?
Arvin,
How are you driving?
in that
The
carriage,
horses know.
in that carriage is a box.
Okay.
Maybe a chest, if we will.
Sure.
You know it's in chests, Arvin.
No. Well,
Clothing,
okay.
gold,
Possibly.
jewelry,
Sure.
bread.
I would like that.
I like that.
It's a good one.
Okay, should we wake the other? Should we get the chest or should we keep
I'm
going
not
on?
getting off. It's foggy. I cannot see the ground, and I'd rather not.
All right.
Did any of us wake up from the jolting of the
I
wagon?
would say most of you woke up from the kind of suddenly stopping the carriage.
Are we there? Are we there yet?
Oh gosh, you know what? They're already up. Let's just tell them about it. Hey, hey,
Huh? Yeah.
look what I see.
It's foggy.
It's a carriage toppled over. No, none of the creature big things.
How can you see that? It's just
It's
fog.
very foggy.
I'm an elf, and
2 rounds of fog, in fact.
2 rounds of fog.
and I don't know what your vision's like, but I know what I see, and I see possible treasure.
Well, let's go check it out.
Wait. What time of the night is it?
It's like,
I'm already opening the door.
Okay.
Lighting my torch.
You just
I'm
walking
just-
towards
okay.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
you,
gonna have,
you
like-
walk towards it.
I'm just gonna notch an arrow and.
I'm
wait
also
at the
notching an arrow and
carriage.
like trying to
I
see
get
if
my-
I'm like looking like this in the fog, trying to see if I see anything.
I hold her hand and I'm leading her.
How
And
well
I'm
can
just
I
like-
see? Should I roll something?
I'd say you guys have limited vision here.
I have my spare.
Now that the
sacred
chest has
flame.
been pointed out, it's about 60 feet away from you guys, but you saw it pretty good. And I'd say most of you can barely see it.
Yeah, and I lit my torch and drew my sword.
Okay.
I'll also
would like
light
to-
a torch and hold it.
This is a
like,
bad idea.
Sneaking towards the chest or just marching towards it? Just for clarification.
Quietly moving that way.
I'm gonna be quiet, but
Very
it's gonna be
alert.
hard to sneak considering I have a torch and I kind of
just
need
make
it.
make a stealth check for me.
Yeah.
Straight.
With like the more light, I'm gonna try.
Who's to
like,
say
be-
that that's even
I'm
abandoned?
cautious.
That one.
Oh my gosh! I'm.
Darrow trips down the carriage, steps up, lights the torch, and starts making his way, kind of heavy footsteps in what appears to be
Darrow.
mud.
Sorry, guys. Just woke up, still kind of a little groggy.
Darrow, maybe we shouldn't march off into the blinding night.
Bit too late. He made the roll.
Yeah.
Darrow walks into the mist. Darrow, what's it doing?
All we can do now is wait.
As you walk forward, you find the remnants of what appears to be a cart. It is kind of halfway sunken into the ground, but there is a large chest that is kind of attached to it.
I don't trust this. I hope you
Is
guys
there a
do
lock
this.
on it?
It's okay.
There is.
I'm ready to
I'm-
shoot Darrow in
I'm
the
right
back if we
behind
need
it.
to.
Okay, you're going with him?
Yes.
Is anybody else with Darrow?
I'm,
I'm-
still holding back with,
I'm also holding
with
back.
my bow.
Okay, so you two are in the carriage holding back. You two are
Don't worry, guys. We'll let you know if something happens.
All right.
Well, we can't
not
let
like
something
this.
happen
So you
if we're already
approach
dead.
the chest. It has a lock on it. What do you guys do?
Oh, look.
Hey, Icarus! Do you have a lockpick?
I actually should.
I would hope so.
I think I do.
I would hope so.
Yes, I do.
Come over here!
I will not. I will pick the lock if you bring it to me. I will not leave this carriage.
Can I? How big is the chest?
Can I just go get the lock?
It's a pretty hefty chest, maybe 2-3 feet.
Can I pick it up?
Make a strength check.
Can I help him?
Sure, make a strength check with advantage.
Nine.
No.
Do you need different
You go to
dice?
pick up the chest and you find that it's pretty, you kind of see that the carriage itself is kind of sunken in the mud here. And you notice the bit of the chest is too. And as you kind of go pull it up, both of you, the mud kind of comes with it and pulls it back down. And as you try to pull your feet up,
Okay.
I don't like it.
they also refuse to move for but a moment. I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh,
I think I know what this is.
Oh, you do?
I think I do.
Okay.
5.
5.
It's a bad roll, Dave.
It's a really bad. You guys need to get new dice.
That's an
You
8.
can
An
pick
8.
this.
Yes.
So you both fail, and you watch as you go to pick up the chest, and it brings you down about to your knees in this kind of thick ichor as you both slowly begin to start sinking into it.
Icarus!
I'm going to fly over
Okay.
and try to pull Ren out.
I'm also going to, well, I'm not going to use my wings now, but I'm going to run over and try and help.
Okay, as you run
Icarus!
over,
Now you're gonna
make a
get stuck
dexterity
too.
saving throw.
Lauren. Don't touch the mud!
Icarus,
19.
19. Mistani, you're fairly light on your feet, and as you kind of start your way over there, you notice that you're kind of the soles of your shoes sinking into the ground, and you kind of start stepping really quick and just back and forth stepping, staying on top of whatever this surface is, doing happy feet.
Whoa, so clever!
You're going over to swing to try and grab her. Make a strength check.
Straight
It's
strength.
just straight strength.
Great.
Try
I'm
and
good
pull
at
her
this. Aha. 8.
You're flying overhead and kind of try to pick her up, and all the heavy armor and all the heavy shields and weapons on her it's a lot of weight to pull out with it resisting you, unfortunately. Dara, you and Ren can try something here if you wish to do so, or you can accept your fate.
Dang it, we're not even, like, it's the third episode.
Question. What is making this mud is water, right? Without the water, it's not mud and it's just dusty dirt, right? Maybe?
That
Is
a-
my mind
that's a
thinking
thought
that?
process, sure.
I'm
It's
gonna
mud.
cast Destroy Water on the mud to make
Okay.
the water go away. And
Read
hopefully
me
it'll
Destroy
just-
Water, just real quick.
I feel
I
like
want
this
to
is
double
not
check
gonna go
this.
You destroy up to 10 gallons of water in an open container within range.
Open container.
You destroy fog in a
What is the world
30-foot
but
cube within
destroys,
range.
destroys fog?
I destroy fog and open water.
So you're just destroying 10 gallons right here.
I'm gonna try, whatever.
Okay.
It's instantaneous.
I would say
I
this
mean-
definitely counts for the surface.
What is the world but an open container?
Fair enough.
Okay. So you're just doing around you and Darrow, I assume? 10 gallons?
10 gallons.
Okay, yeah. Is there a... I
There was save.
I don't know if there... I don't think there is. But I rolled a 2 anyway, so I guess it fails. You cast this at the ground, and you watch as it sparks across, and you hear from underneath your feet. And you watch as these dry, cracking tendrils come out of the ground and then collapse into dust around you. As the gelatin appendages are now turn to dust. The fog clears, and you can see that this mud here has this kind of blue hue to it, but it is dry and cracky. I'll let both of you make a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Oh god.
What's going on? I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Oh.
But it's a what kind of save?
Dexterity saving.
So a 6.
17.
Okay, you are able to take advantage, and you hop out and kind of skitter to the side. You can now see with the fog gone. This is some kind of creature that is kind of sitting under the cart, and you kind of see it is transparent, and the cart is sinking into it. And you notice that Darrow, as you start to kind of get up, you're unable to escape, unfortunately.
Can I grab him?
On the next
okay.
round of initiative, you can certainly try. So, Nastani, now that you see that you are bouncing back and forth on top of some creature,
I'm casting my wings.
Okay. Wings pop out. Crystal wings come from your back, and you fly up into the air. What you doing?
I'm going to. So, Ren is.
Ren you see has hopped off to the side. You see Darrow. Darrow's still kind of one hand on the chest, standing up.
Let go of the chest! And I'm gonna try and fly over, and I'm probably not gonna do well, but I'm gonna try and help pull him out.
Darrow, are you still holding on the chest?
No.
Okay. Don't worry. Make a strength check for me.
Okay.
Pull Darrow out.
3.
We are rolling so bad.
You are not able to pull him out, but if you'd like to hold on to him, and maybe he can try to use you as leverage on his next
Sure.
round. Okay.
Just like holding his hand like really weird because I'm trying to
Yeah.
pull him out.
Icarus, what you doing?
Can I, I don't know how long it would take, but I would like to try to maybe tie a rope around Darrow.
Okay. I would say take your action, so if you
Sure.
tie real quick.
I'll do that.
Just
and
let me
then-
grab it.
Okay. So, are you grabbing it, Darrow?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Darrow grabs the rope and try and pull him out.
Yeah, if I can, yeah.
All right. Make a.
And I'll drop my torch, so I can.
Okay. So you drop the torch, and there's another as it kind of as whatever is underneath you kind of splits and lets the flame kind of burn out in the open. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Okay.
So you're pulling him out.
12.
12. Okay, that is actually just enough.
Let's go! I'm
You
so strong!
Pull Darrow, and kind of one kind of step comes out of the craggy ichor, and you pull him out all the way, and you kind of watch the chest begins to sink under the surface.
Let it go.
Well, that was a bad idea, guys. I'm sorry.
Why did y'all do that? It's 3 in the morning.
I'm sorry. Back to the caravan.
I'm gonna give Darrow's leash to Nastani,
Okay.
and I mean if we're just all going back, I'm gonna give his leash to Nastani and carry Ren
Okay.
as we fly back.
As I'm being carried.
I'm just
What's
like-
a horrid creature?
I'm just like holding it. I'm like trying to because I'm not very strong, so I'm like hovering with him, kind of like this.
Like just scraping
Like,
his face.
You know how when you pick up a chihuahua that's on like the has the collar that
Yeah.
like it's like that. That's what I imagine he looks like as I'm trying to pick him up and
Okay.
move him.
All right. So go ahead and mark off your wings for the day.
Yep.
That being said, you guys make it back to the caravan, and Arvin, did you get the chest?
No,
No, we just got really dirty.
I heard a lot of screaming.
that was Darrow.
Don't worry about
I'm
it.
sorry.
I thought I was gone there for a second.
Let's get out of here.
I hope we've all learned a valuable lesson about approaching mysterious chests surrounded by fog.
I
You
thought
live
we
and
knew
you
that in
learn.
the first place. I may be dumb, but I'm got something in my brain, so I knew not to do that.
And was there like a track for us to go around the mud?
Yeah, it was off on the side. It was kind of off the
Okay.
road. So.
Y'all went way off the track.
Yeah. No, you easy enough. Arvin picks
Off
back
the
up,
beaten
and
path.
I believe there was one more
Yep.
watch for the long rest.
That's my watch.
Technically shouldn't count, but I'll let it. Because you guys did stuff, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, when you read the definition of a long rest, did we do anything more than eat and walk around?
Yes.
Really?
Collars.
Okay. 22.
22. Okay, good eye.
I'm
The
very
fog- the
alert
fog
now.
The fog has cleared. You are very alert after the last incident. Bless you. And you see what appears to be a large mushroom off on the side of the road. It is red, and there seems to be a little man next to it.
I'm not even going to point it out.
Okay.
Keep going.
As you pass
We've
by,
had enough trouble.
Okay. You see the little mushroom man in kind of this very mushroom-themed garb. You kind of notice that with what was your perception?
22.
Yeah, 22. You notice that the skin is very wood-like. It kind of has like twig arms. You just kind of as you ride by.
I don't see him.
No,
Darn.
it's just him.
I love mushrooms.
It's just him.
I'll
just
point
like-
it to Arvin.
Oh, you. Sorry. Hell no. Picks up the carriage.
He's regretting his employment.
So, eventually,
Whenever
dawn.
he's getting paid, it's not enough.
Dawn comes, and you guys, you wake everybody else up, as it is another day. And as it is another day, I need somebody else to roll the meatball.
Meatball. I was literally like, what's
You
he
moved.
talking
Nice.
about?
It's the metal death ball.
It's so-
It's like a...
It feels like there's a lot of power in it.
Yeah.
I like that name, the meatball.
That's one
That was
spicy
a mistake.
meatball.
94.
94?
Let's go. That's the highest roll of the night.
Thank you. 94.
That felt like a Renaissance painting right there, just like the exchanging of the guard. Should I be worried about the number I rolled?
If we rolled all,
You should always be
Be
worried
worried.
about the number
When
you
it
roll.
comes to traveling, I should always be worried.
Yeah, so, I don't have the mini here.
Oh.
It's behind the wall, which I refuse to use. So
The wall?
The wall. I should have gotten the box out. Anyway, you see up ahead there is what appears to be a large grouping of cages on carts. You see kind of these very fantastical banners, lots of red and white stripes down the side.
Is this a circus?
You see a circus caravan up ahead. And you see that there are some people with whips and kind of these long sticks, and they are poking at what appears to be a massive snail
What?
with what appears to be these tendrils flying around in the air as they're trying to poke it back into the cage. You
It's
hear one of the guys
mortal
going, "Back! Get back in there, you! Come on, get back in, Betty! It's not your day!"
Bessie!
And you see as several of these carnies are trying to push, several clowns in fact, are trying to push this massive snail back in a cage
With those clowns.
as one of the tendrils kind of slams on the ground, poof, kind of scatter of dust. And you see one of the clowns kind of turn towards you. This dwarf kind of runs up to you.
Shoot!
Hey, can you help us? We gotta get back in the cage.
Oh my god, that's a big snail.
Yeah, we gotta get Bessie back. She's real sweet, but just watch out for her face.
Are
Can you help us back?
Are you
That
sure?
doesn't
And you,
People
you
like
see
that.
as one of the kind of flails on the snail kind of wham, and you watch as one of the guys off over the trees. What are you guys doing?
I guess we can help.
How far away is Bessie?
Bessie's about 60 feet.
Can I cast command if she's? Can I get to where it's exactly at least 60 feet
Yeah,
from
sure,
me?
sure. You step out. You say command.
And I'm going to.
Read me command real quick.
Do you speak
I-
snail?
You speak snail.
Oh
This
man!
is
I speak a one-word command to a creature. Do I speak snail, Will? Would I?
Can you
You
speak
speak-
to animals?
Oh, you know what? No. No, I
Oh,
can't.
I'm sorry.
That's a hard no. So
Um,
I just am gonna go like sleep. Oh man,
yeah, the snail once again is just kind of fighting back.
this never
well-
works.
We tried. We'll be on our way.
I'm getting rid of
Are
this
they
spell.
like in the middle of the road in our
They're
way?
they've kind of pulled off to the side, and you kind of see their menagerie of animals, from some lions to what looks to be a large reptilian, to a couple other interesting things. But the main thing going on right now is the snail. It is kind of in the way. You guys could go around it or attempt to.
I say we go around, Darwin. This
Works
isn't our
for me.
fight.
Hey, I forgot that I can now have another spell because I leveled up. And I meant to do Speak with Animals before.
Okay.
So technically, could I cast that?
I'll let you have it. Sorry.
So I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. So you can't speak with animals.
And I'm just gonna walk up and be like, her name's Bessie, right?
Bessie.
Bessie. Hey, Bessie. Bessie, you need to get in your home so you can go. They'll give you a nice treat.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Please be good, please.
Are you talking to that snail?
11.
11. At this point, you notice the kind of tendrils kind of pay attention to you, and there's kind of like a wiggling as it kind of, as the mouth kind of speaks back to you. Hungry now. I'm hungry.
Oh, you're hungry.
Hungry.
Okay, well, if you get in your home, I'll get them to feed you a snack.
You kind of see that the tendrils stop, kind of their menacing, kind of swaying for a second.
I know, I get angry when I'm hungry too. So if you get in your home and you let them close the door, I'm gonna get them to get you a snack, okay?
I'll say make one more persuasion check. Just one more.
Slightly better. 14.
14. You kind of see the starts slowly kind of squirming back and eventually kind of backs into its cage and recedes into the shell, but the mouth is still kind of sticking out, kind of eagerly awaiting the food.
Good girl! And I'm gonna just close the door and like look. I'm like, where's
See, all the clowns are already on it. They lock it, they bar it, they put the chain over it.
Where's the circus master?
The ringmaster is off to the side and walks up. Oh, thank you. That was very kind of you. Here. And he kind of walks over to one of the more luggage-heavy carts and kind of starts opening things and looking about. Here, this should fetch you a pretty price, and hands you this kind of gold tiara with a kind of crystal gem at the center. Many thanks.
Thank you.
So cute.
Your pet snail, Bessie, she said that she was hungry. That's why she was acting up.
I knew my clowns were not up to par. Well, thank you for the notification.
Of course. But if she acts up like that again, it usually means that she's hungry. So just to make her obey you, just tell your feeder. And then
Are you a beast tamer by chance?
No, I just know how to do it.
Well, if you are ever in the need of a job, stop by my carnival sometime.
What's the name of your carnival?
I knew you'd ask. Aladdin's Advancements in Bestial Menageries.
Aldovins. I'll just write Aldovin Circus because I can't write all that.
Great, you can run off and join the circus. What a great backup career plan.
Well, I'm already on a job, but that will definitely be a plan.
Well, if you're in Hvöllhelm, feel free to stop by.
Thank you.
Let's go. So, you can mark down the gold and diamond tiara
Ooh.
in your inventory. You can choose what you want to do with that.
Just wear it, just to look pretty.
Yeah, you can wear it if you want. Just have a pretty tiara, I guess. But so Arvin winds off the side and heads out. You guys continue on your way. Did not take much time. Need one more day to get there because you guys spent some time with the owlbears. That being said, long rests, real fast. All right, as nighttime comes. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
All right, perception check.
Yep. 14.
14, nice. Okay, very uneventful night for the most part. You see some fog in the distance, but nothing to worry you. Who's next?
Me.
Perception check.
14.
14. Once again, very uneventful. Continue through. Who's next?
All good. 11.
The fog comes back. Fog comes back, and through it, you see nothing. All right, Astani, you taking the last one?
Mm-hmm.
Perception check.
22.
22. Through the fog, you see a carriage.
No.
We may be dumb, but we learn.
Takes
Fool me
quite
once!
Fool me twice. That's okay.
So, eventually dawn comes and the rest of you wake up. Off in the distance, you see what is, some of you know as Hvöllhelm, the capital city, the city in the mountains. as you see the kind of structuring of tiers that kind of go up the side, one of the larger ones here. You see that most of the city itself has thatched roofs and heavily made of stone, very ancient looking. It's probably the oldest city in the country, as far as some of you know, locals. You see lots of people kind of going in and out. There are more people on the road here. You see that there are merchants heading out, and I would say you are native to Ross. Go ahead and make a history check for me.
18.
Okay. You would know that this is the second largest city here on the in the country of Ross, and you know that the main thing here are the ironworks and the steelworks that kind of go on within. This is a city of forges, thanks to the large kind of cavernous mines nearby. But you know that there are a lot of merchants here. This is a very heavily traded area. So as you approach, you see the Ross Guard, the local guard, kind of keeping an eye and kind of just taking mental note as you guys pass by. But you enter the city, and Arvin kind of leans back over. Oh right, so I'm gonna take you to the inn, if that's all right. If you want to go there first, and then I guess you guys are free to do whatever. Gregori said he should be already there, or he should be there soon.
What's the name of the inn?
The name of the inn is the Brass Lion. If you want to find it later, you can, but I was paid to drop you off.
Sounds good. I could use an ale after this long journey.
I still don't know what that is.
I still don't drink.
Like anything? Not water even?
I drink water.
Well, you just said you don't drink.
I use that as an expression to say I don't drink ale or anything of the like.
Okay.
Okay. Don't know what that means.
So, that being said, you guys head through the streets of the city. Many blacksmiths here, lots of forges, lots of areas where they are processing minerals. You kind of see lots of large warehouses where ores are kind of being shoveled in through on these kind of large carts. Up on the hill nearby, you can see that there's a large temple of sorts. If anybody wants to make a religion check, they may.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Go for it. You and Cleric can do it.
Hey, that's pretty good. 18.
18, nice.
5.
Oh.
I know more than the cleric.
Okay, so the
I
Cleric.
wouldn't say that.
Not your domain, not your domain, but Icarus, you recognize this as the Temple of Palor, up on the hill, the sun god in particular. You see the kind of large stained glass windows, very kind of heavy stonework, looking just as old as the buildings around it. Kind of made of these large stone columns of sorts. Which I'd say make a nature check for me as well.
Okay.
Yeah, make a nature check.
Yeah, sure thing. What?
Oh, you don't know what kind of material this is, but the columns look almost natural to you, in a way. It's kind of like most of the city was shaped from the earth itself. But that being said, there are people kind of in the streets going about their day-to-day business. The smell of the kind of metallic aura to this city kind of gives it's a bit of a takes a minute to get used to, but eventually winding through the streets, you guys make your way to the Brass Lion. And as you kind of do, it's this large kind of two-story building. The first story made out of very similar kind of stone columns kind of stacked on each other, and the second story kind of made out of this very fine wood. It's a very nice-looking establishment, much nicer than the Half Note. But that being said, Arvin kind of pulls the carriage, hops off, and opens the door for you. Well, this is where we part ways. It has been wonderful. Thank you for traveling.
Hopefully we'll see you soon, Arvin.
You might.
Thank you, Alvin.
Thank you for being
course.
such a lovely driver.
Oh, yeah, sure. Thank you.
And friend.
Sure.
For life, Alvin. For life.
Right, I have to go.
Bye, Alvin.
Bye, Ren. Yeah, okay.
Bye, Ari.
Bye. Yeah, okay. Hops on the carriage and kind of heads off back into the city. So, as you guys have been left in front of the Brass Lion, you see that there is a lot of chatter coming from inside of it. It is a very large establishment. And you kind of see this sign flapping in the wind with the lion's face on it, made out of brass. What you guys doing?
Gonna walk up to the bar, drop silver down.
Okay, so you push open the doors. You see that this place is full of people. There's, you see the bar where several kind of interesting figures are leaning over it. You see that the interior, there are tables where people are gambling, people are talking, there are people are kind of having large feasts and meals. Up ahead, you kind of see that there is the staircase that kind of splits and goes off in the balcony, kind of surrounding, where you see rooms for the inn. There you see, above the staircase, though, kind of hanging over the entire hall, is what appears to be a massive lion pelt, roughly about 5 times bigger than the lion you guys saw previously at the circus. It seems to be almost metallic in nature and kind of have this steely aura to it. But as you kind of walk over to the bar, you see a lot of people are kind of like looking at you now and kind of like taking notice of the people who walked in. Not unfriendly looks, but just people noticing.
Do we see Gregori there?
You do actually. He's kind of at the bar himself, and as you kind of slam down the, how much was it?
I just put down 1 silver.
1 silver. You put down a silver, the bartender kind of walks over. What can I get you?
How many ales can that get me?
1.
I'll take 1.
Walks over, grabs a bottle, and hands it to you. And you see Gregori kind of look over to you. He was like, nice.
Ales are expensive here, I see.
This is one of the most prestigious inns within. It is directly linked to the Adventuring Guild, so I would take that into account when looking about.
Excuse me, bartender.
So he kind of looks up. What can I get you?
How much is a cider?
1 silver.
All right. And then I'm just gonna like gently slide it down.
Looks over, puts it on the table for you. Takes silver.
I too will get a cider, but do you have anything to eat by chance?
I do. You want
Maybe some eggs, some bread?
I can do that.
Thank you.
So,
I'll have the same as her.
I will also have bread.
okay.
Please.
So
Thank
we'll
you.
say the food itself costs 5 copper. The drinks cost 1 silver. Fairly pricey, but he comes by, brings everything to you. Kind of gives a nod. My name's Hiroke. If you need anything, the bartender says, and kind of walks away. And Gregori kind of turns on the bar stool towards you guys. Was it a safe trip? I hope. Nothing too exciting.
It was eventful.
Good. Good. I see you're all intact though, so nothing too bad.
Oh, we ran into a big bear thing with a beak and kind of got stuck in some quicksand, but...
Oh, and we ran into a circus. Apparently I can have a job there if I want to.
Well, not until you're done with the contract, unfortunately. But I'll keep that in mind to release you to...
I didn't say I wanted it. I just said I got it.
Fair enough. So, we have a week or so before the true events start, so I would suggest going around town. Here is your sum of the money, and he hands the total of 2,000 gold to you guys. This is for horses, this is for materials and supplies that you might need, potions, anything to help you win the race. I've gotten some details that I would like to discuss probably later, when we are in less of a crowded scenario.
I will hold on to the money because I'm the most responsible one.
Okay, you can take the sack. Yeah.
I look at them like, and I look at him like.
I've only known you for like 5 days, man. That's like 500 gold.
It's been like 2, 3.
Icarus, don't you think we should just give them their money? You know, it's not like we're their parents.
We should just split it up
It's
evenly.
all of our money together that's meant to be spent on horses and things for the group.
I'm glad you know that, but that doesn't change the fact that that's their money to spend how they want. And if you ski boop, they need their money. I love you.
Yeah, no offense, man, but
Because then, like, what if, like, you and I, we use bows, but we don't know what weapons everybody else uses. So what if one weapon is more expensive than the other, and then, like, a majority of the money that was supposed to be for everybody actually gets used on one person because they were like, this is a really cool sword, I want it, but you're not going to get a nice thing because I bought it already.
Don't worry, Icarus is just very protective. He loves to take care of his friends, and he's like that with me.
It's a very strong feature to have,
It's
yes.
my favorite thing about him, actually. But it comes off a little weird.
So, you guys splitting the money or not?
Yes.
Yes, please.
You can hold mine, Icarus.
Okay, so you guys can each mark down 500 in your
Yep.
inventory. If you two are doing 1,000 on one, that's fine.
No, we'll just split it.
So, I would suggest to look around the room real quick and take a look at your competition. Because, being the brass lion, most of the competitors will be staying here for the race.
Okay.
Very
I'll do
exciting.
that.
Okay. So make a perception check for me.
Yeah, I can do that.
See if you notice.
10.
10.
Hmm.
Okay, you get a pretty good general look around the room. There's a great number of groups here. The most noticeable, however, seems to be, with a 10, you see this kind of group of all Goliaths, of different kind of ages and sizes. So you gather this is a family of sorts, maybe a band of brothers or different members of the sort. But you see they're all kind of heavily clad in matching green armor and tabards, with what appears to be a kind of a golden bear crest on the armor. You notice each of them kind of have tattoos that kind of go all across the body, but some of them have many more and much larger ones. And the one who seems to be leading the conversation is one with what appears to be a bear claw on his forehead, as he's kind of leaning over the table.
I whisper to Icarus, "Those guys look slow."
But still tough, nonetheless.
They all seem to have their own weapons that kind of specialize in their own point of interest. But that's what you see. If anybody else wants to look for another interesting group,
I do.
go for it.
19.
19. Okay. Okay. So, looking around the room, there's many interesting people. But one that kind of catches you off guard because it looks as if these two people are trying to be subtle. They're trying not to be noticed. They're trying to blend in the most, but you pick them out. You see a fellow in his early 30s, wearing kind of clad in leather armor and a kind of red half cloak or poncho-looking kind of attire. You see he's talking to a pale woman with long, thick, silvery hair. They both kind of have these kind of wide brim hats. The woman herself has a purple cloak and goggles. And you see this kind of the rugged looking fellow take notice of you as you're kind of looking at them, kind of give a half smile and turns back to the woman and says something. And you see her kind of look around and then walk away. He just kind of looks back and gives you a nod, goes back to drinking.
Was there any features that I recognized?
None you recognize. I would say that they're two interesting individuals for sure. Definitely an odd pair.
I'm gonna try and memorize their features if I can. That way I can try and recognize them.
Okay.
Because they seem suspicious in a way.
Sure. Yeah. They're sitting at the bar with you guys.
Oh.
He's further on. He's on the other side of Gregori. So I mean, there is that. But
Okay.
So Gregori, how many groups are there in this race?
there could be potentially 100. I don't know. However many sponsors you can pay your way in. It's just a steep price. So it is about 5,000 for entry alone. That being said, it funds everything else about the race. So you'll see where the money goes towards. We'll say that.
Are there any rules we should be aware of?
No killing within towns. I know that's pretty general. No towns are considered civil areas, but I don't think not even the Ice Guard would care if people went missing in a dungeon.
So, no killing in town, so we can kill each other.
Potentially. It is frowned upon to do it in the public, but, well, I'll be real with you. If you're delving into a mine, who's going to know what happens down there as long as you're the only witnesses? Makes sense.
Do you have experience with this Champion's Pursuit?
I have entered teams in it before, if that is what you're asking.
And what seemed to be holding you up, or maybe what were your obstacles?
Lack of talent.
So they died.
Yes. Died or simply never showed up to the end first.
Has there been has there been any groups that have been frequent winners?
There's a few who have returned, but generally once you complete the champion's pursuit,
You can't win again?
you can.
There's no need to.
There's no need to.
Or you don't want to?
That's not saying that people don't come back, and there are a few grand champions who have won a few times. 3 or 4 I think is the most, but
Is it more so just like if they are coming back to win, it's not for the prize, it's more so just for the bragging rights?
to some,
And also
Some-
to kill people maybe?
perchance, it could be the cruel, but I am not familiar with the competition this year. So, here they are though.
Well, I know one thing, they're going down.
Yes!
Yes!
I say while I eat an egg.
You picked the right champions, Gregori.
I hope I did. I really, really do. It was a big investment.
So long as no part of the race involves chopping pigs in half, we should be good.
Oh dear.
It was an off damage.
Well, I can say some basic facts about the race. It is a checkpoint oriented, per se. You will be going to places and retrieving things in an order. Does that make sense? In this order, you will grab things, take them to other places, and I'm trying to be very nondescript so our competition does not know everything that we do. Because some of this information that I do have is
Confidential?
confidential.
Is there not a more private space?
If you'd like to discuss this now, we can.
Do we need to
Then
know some of the
before-
details before we go out and buy things?
If you would like to.
That would probably help.
I think
We
we
have a
help to
week,
know what we
so
want to prepare for.
If you'd like to get started now, we can.
I want the fastest horses we can find. I would like to ask, do you think we should buy our horses now before they get all the best? Or shall we wait till later in the week so we don't have to pay
It's
to
not a
lodge
bad
these
idea.
horses?
To go there first, I would actually recommend that. Good idea.
Alright.
Let's
Very
go
smart,
get
Ren.
briefed.
Thank you, Icarus.
All right. Well, I have a room upstairs. I bought 2 rooms for the 2 of you. So, that being said, shall we? So, you guys head up. Few eyes noticing you. You notice that the fellow in the kind of the white brim hat definitely keeping an eye on all 4 of you as you guys go up the stairs.
I'm just gonna, he's looking at me.
Yeah, he's looking at
I'm
you.
just gonna,
Do I notice her?
I would say you guys notice her, and he kind of just takes a sip and kind of gives a
she
nod.
doesn't know how to look menacing, so she's just like,
I'm like, are
He's
you
just
alright?
leaning
I just have something in my eye, it's okay.
back. So, you guys head up the stairs and around the corner to the room as Gregori opens the door for you. You all step inside. It is a very lavish and nice room. This is my room. You guys are taking the lesser ones.
Oh my
Anyway, so he shuts the door, and you kind of see as he begins to spin his hand and say an incantation under his breath. You kind of watches there's kind of a underneath the door crack. Now that should give us a bit of privacy. So,
This place is gorgeous. Sorry, I'm just used to tree houses
It's alright.
it's all right.
and wood everywhere.
So, he kind of, there's a large kind of seating area. He kind of sits down and snaps his fingers, and you watch the fireplace kind of burst to life. You done?
Wow.
We ready? All right. So,
Are you done? Are you done?
no, I'm just beginning. So, the champion's pursuit begins in about a week's time. All right. So, things to have before then: horses or some form of transportation. You can get a carriage. Just be aware if something happens to the horses, you will have to get the carriage somewhere. You will be needing to carry things, so I would make sure you have saddlebags or some way to transport objects of large quantities. There will be several stops on the race. I do not know the exact number, but the could range from any city in Hross to all of them. I doubt you'll be going to Orela, but that is moreover due to that it is a city-state. Although there is talk that the Baroness and Mayor have agreed. So if they show up here, you'll know that Orela is on the menu. That being said, typically there are a list of ruins, dungeons, and / or dangerous places to go. I know that there are a potential 3 of which, including collecting items from said monsters who live there. That being said, there's only so many items, so you have to get there fast and you have to get there first. Kill it, claim it.
So for the race, for the pursuit, are we given anything from, like, do we have to go in with all of our equipment, or do they supply us with, like, a map?
They supply you with nothing.
Nothing. So we need to go.
They will give you a map.
Okay.
They will give you a map of where to go and what to get. It is your choice of what order to do it in.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have a question as well. The just in case, something happens and somebody dies. Are there substitutes allowed?
Substitutes are allowed. However, they must sign a contract with me. So if you have to have somebody substitute in, you must have them sign on with me first.
If it happens while we're on the road, how do we get in contact with you?
Hopefully, I will have that situation figured out soon. But I will attempt to be, if you tell me your plan, I will attempt to be waiting at the next location for you.
So if we really want to remove a team from the competition, we would also have to think about what might happen to their sponsor.
Their sponsor could hire another team, but at least one member must be around to substitute in. You have to have one member from the original team still. So, if you're going to do it, leave none.
What if the whole team is there, but there's no more sponsor?
Unfortunately, the team has already been paid for. They would still be in the race. Cutting out the sponsors is a very minor thing.
And each team has 4 people. No more?
They can range from anywhere from 2 to 8.
Ooh. So if we come across a team with 8 people,
You
okay.
could
Alright.
come into contact with them. However,
We should have found more friends.
well, this is what we found, and this is who stayed. I doubt the dwarf will show up, because he never got in the carriage, but here we are.
Less people to drag with us.
True.
We're lightweight, lean, mean.
The best teams have the fewest members, teams of 3, 2, and 4. They can travel fast, they can make decisions more decisively.
There's more trust.
More trust, less people to stab you in the back. So,
I trust you.
That is true. The less people, the less the pot.
correct? The more you have to split. So, going in with 4 should give us a nice middle road to walk. That being said, some of the challenges here, I have heard tales of hunting direwolf, cyclops, as well as dragon teeth.
What are dragon teeth?
Teeth of dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Collecting dragon teeth.
So
That
like,
makes me a bit uncomfortable.
Well, it should be a daunting task, but that is why it is called the Champion's Pursuit.
Okay, so if I'm technically half dragon, would that mean I could give them my teeth?
He kind of looks and kind of sees your smile. That wouldn't be very convincing.
So do we have to pull them, or we just go
I
into
could
like their little
probably
stash?
How you get them is up to you. But there will be a person who is there to keep tabs on who enters and who does not go into each location. So you must check in with them, essentially give your stamp to them for the item, and you can walk out with it.
If we were to pilfer some items from other teams,
You simply have to place your stamp, and then it would be almost traceless.
so we would just need to go to the location where they got them.
Correct? Walk in, walk out.
So we could steal an item,
Potentially.
get it stamped
Potentially.
as if it was ours the whole time.
Yes.
Oh, I
So
just
we
want-
have to be wary of.
Others who are trying to do the same thing.
Are there any groups who prominently do that?
Any folks who look shady or perhaps out of place would more than likely try. Some of the more well-organized teams, the Goliaths for instance, I doubt would stoop to that level.
They have more dignity.
They have more dignity. There's pride in the kill. So, how you go about is up to you.
So
You've seen the previous winners. Which route do they typically take?
All the objectives are different every year. So, from what I've seen though, they usually travel north first, down the river to the south, heading back up through the barren flats, and then back to Hvöllhelm, where the race ends.
And do they typically do their own work or steal from others?
It's
what's
impossible to say. I was not on the journey with them.
So,
what's the time restraint?
There is no time restraint. It's those who can do it fastest. But a reasonable amount of time would be about a month. It is quite a long time, especially to travel all the way down the Völlhelm River.
So theoretically, we could stop at these checkpoints and refuel.
Yes. You may stop at any city, but I would suggest stopping in the cities that are required. I would also look into alternative modes of transportation, maybe make some friends who can do that a bit faster for you. There is no rule against teleportation or transposition.
Is it possible also to deposit certain items that we've collected in
Yes.
Hvöllhelm?
You may deposit them with me, actually, if you wish to do so. Of course, that would be entrusting me to carry your rewards, but you should know our goals are aligned.
So are we enlisted under like our like a name? Like are we just enlisted as Gregori's champions or
I have not formally sent in that form yet. If you have something that you'd like for me to put in, I would get back to me in 5 or so days when I turn in the paperwork.
okay.
That being said, you have a week here. Now, I have given you a sizable amount of gold, but I would suggest going to get more. More money, better resources, better chance to win. You may find items on the way, but if you're not there first, they will likely be pilfered already.
When do they release the course?
The day of the race. You'll have maybe an hour to look at the map.
So we should definitely get our own map. That way we can.
You should all find a map of Pros. Potentially the neighboring countries as well. There have been times where the race has dipped into Mizumi or Cilicia, depending on relations at the time. I suspect either are up in the air this time. Typically they make it immeasurably difficult to do a perfect loop. You usually have to backpedal, something to stagger people. So,
interesting. So, we need horses, big saddlebags, maps of Cross, Mizumi,
Healing potions, I would assume.
potions.
highly recommended. But
Especially if there's
But just enough to make it to the first checkpoint. Because we want to be light.
We don't want to overload ourselves.
would there be anywhere I could get a bag of holding?
potentially. I do not know this city like the back of my hand, but I know that there are places here that sell that such. I would ask some more locals. What I would actually suggest is going downstairs. The Adventuring Guild is also stationed here. Going to the notice board and talking to the bartender. He hands out jobs, and I would suggest going there. Maybe you'll meet some new allies, potentially people who can help. Doing some favors here and there. You have a week. Wouldn't hurt anybody.
Well, I guess we could go check out the adventure board, try to make some more cash.
I think we want to start by getting the best horses we can, as Ren suggested.
Horses, Adventure Guild. and talking to bartender about where to go for potions, bags,
Magical
whatnot.
items.
Horses.
I'd really like to see if we can find maybe a teleportation key of some sort. Something for when we're in a jam, we have it ready. Maybe even 2, if we're lucky.
If we have money.
If we can get enough money. We might need to sell your tiara.
Well, I was going to anyway. I don't need it.
Scrolls
Maybe
are
that
very
might be enough
expensive
for
and
the key.
require people who know how to use them. So keep that in mind.
Ren's good with magic.
I should hope so.
All right. Well, let's. Y'all want to go check out some horses?
Where are our rooms first, by chance?
Right down there. He kind of points to the room next to you guys, just kind of through the wall, just right there.
Oh, is it like
Next to
those-
over.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I take one good look at this beautiful room. I'm like, wow.
Take it in. You won't
Touching a
get
few
used to it.
things. So soft.
Please stop. Thank you.
I'm like still covered in mud.
Any other questions?
I think that's it.
All right.
For now, at least.
I will mostly be stationed here, but I have a few errands to run here and there, so if I'm not here, I will be here by night.
Well, y'all want to go check out some horses?
I do.
I think that's a good idea.
So, as you guys head out of the room, you guys getting settled in your rooms, putting your stuff down first, or? Sure.
I make a like quick prayer to Isha, my goddess.
Make a quick prayer. You guys go to your room. Settle up. There are 2 rooms, and you with 2 beds in them each. You guys can split them up however you guys want.
I'm staying with my best friend.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. We've only known each other for like a weekend, I think.
I hope next time though we'll be close enough to have a girls' night. But Icarus needs me tonight because we are going to make tea.
Okay, I definitely
Soothe
don't
our
want. I
souls.
think I'm definitely going to stay in the other room then.
What do they think I'll share? I was going to share some.
Harris told me to be careful, and she might get mad at me. And even though like I'm not talking to her right now, I think she can. I'm scared. Of her.
She was scary. No, I understand.
Last time I did anything, it was not a good time, and I don't like thinking about it. So I'm just not gonna go anywhere near that.
Darrow, would you like some tea? We can save you some.
Oh yeah, I'll get some later.
We have our late night tea session.
It is good tea.
But let's go get some horses. I'm ready to get some hooves under me.
So, sure. You guys are leaving the brass line?
I think we should get some tips from the bartender on where to look.
So you walk back up to the bar. You see that the kind of groups have kind of shifted and changed. I would say you still notice the guy with the white rim hat is still kind of there sipping on his drink. His friend is also there as well. But the Goliaths are gone, and there's an assortment of, I would say, the most noticeable group here now is a group of, let me see how many, 3 gnomes and a red dragonborn. Who are kind of sitting at the table.
Interesting.
The dragonborn kind of takes notice of you in particular. Kind of gives a weird look. Goes back to what he's doing.
Why do you give me a weird look?
That being said.
So I'm gonna go to the bartender.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, what can I do?
We'd like to know where we can find some good horses and possibly also a magic shop.
Well, the stables and the magic shop are kind of in a predicament at the moment. The guild approved ones, I should say. There's some stables all around the city itself towards the outskirt walls, but one of our best ones, the Second Bell, is currently in a predicament, as is Embers and Ashes.
Why so?
Well, they both put up notices on the job board and have ceased to put a hold on sales until then.
What? Can I see the note, the job board?
points off to the side of the bar where you see the board and kind of walk up. There's a large kind of list. You can take any of the ones that are of the copper tier, by the way. And you see that there's a great number of mini ones, but there are 5 of the copper tier.
Are the ones that the stable?
There's one for stables and one for the one that is labeled Embers and Ashes.
Like the 2 that he mentioned, they're both under the copper tier.
Yep, they're both there. And you're kind of looking at the stable. And the gist of it is, I need help tracking down a wanted horse thief in the Southern Valley who has taken a load of the upcoming shipment for the race. The second bell. And the reward is 170 gold. And then you kind of take a look at the other one that the bartender points out, Embers and Ashes. Says, need help gathering adamantine shards from the mountaintops. The reward is 100 gold and a heavy discount.
Ooh.
I think that if we take these jobs, we might have a better leeway with the owners of those shops.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Me too. And we can really get to know the horses, see which one is better than the others.
So what do you
and
say
also
we
can
take?
help people too while we're at it.
Should we take care of the horse thief first?
I'm gonna first go back to the bar and to get the bartender's attention.
Yeah.
Like, and you said the Second Bell and Embers and Ashes are the best shops available, and I slide in the gold as I ask.
Okay,
Ooh.
make a persuasion check with advantage here. 23. Bartender just kind of takes the gold and slides it into his palm. Second Bell is second for a reason, but the Embers and Ashes, the woman who runs it, Calise, is an interesting person. I was surprised to see that notice on the board, and I'm more surprised that it hasn't been taken yet, considering the reward. 100 gold is low for some adventurers, but I think the discount is more than interesting. And for some folks who appear to be on the road to head out on a long journey, I recognize that there are horses, but there are other stables. So, I would wager those who know Callie would know that this request wouldn't be on the board for much longer.
I'm gonna go take down the job for the Embers and Ashes.
Yeah. Okay, so you take down the job for Embers and Ashes. Kind of roll it up, and you kind of see the address of Embers and Ashes, and these simple kind of, if willing to take job, come to Embers and Ashes. Ask for Calise.
So are we gonna need some horses to go up there, or how far are these mountains?
Well, let's go see Calise.
The city itself is on the mountains.
Okay.
It's I mean, depending on which mountain she's talking about, it could take a day or it could be done in a day.
All right.
Let's go accept the job
Let's
first.
go check. What's her name?
Calise.
So,
Ember and Ashes.
so say simple, ask the bartender. He kind of gives you the general directions there. Is there anything else you guys want to do before heading out?
I don't think so.
I think we're good.
I'm gonna kind of like just look around at the people again and see if the 2 people who caught my eye the first time are being suspicious.
Make a perception check.
22.
22. Yeah, so you notice that once again the pale woman is gone. But you do notice that as you guys are mostly kind of heading out the door, and you're kind of looking back, you turn around and you do see that the fellow with the kind of wide brim hat is standing by the door. Howdy.
Howdy?
You couldn't help but notice you were giving me a funny look earlier, and I just thought I'd come by and formally introduce myself and
Well, you were staring right back, so.
politely ask you why.
Well, you were staring at me first, and then I thought that. I don't know, you were just staring at me weird, so I was staring weirdly back again. I'm sorry.
You a champion?
Yes, sir?
You plan to go in the race?
Are you?
Indeed. Me and Nat back there, she's a bit shy, so don't take it too personal, but I just thought I would get off on the right foot, seeing as I don't want any trouble during the race.
I agree.
Silas Reeves.
Miss Dawn.
Shakes your hand. Now, your friends there, they adventuring type, or you fresh to this?
I guess we're a bit of both. I mean, I'm at least a bit of both.
Bit of both. Well, watch yourself out there. Don't let the others know you're green. They'll pick you off like sharks.
Are you including yourself in that?
I would like to think I'm a bit more polite, but
I think so too.
hopefully not. You know, don't tread on others who will tread on you.
Well, if you ever need help on the road and you happen to be in the same area, give me a shout.
I might just do that, Miss Nastani.
Thank you, Mr. Silas.
Pleasure. Kind of steps away, still keeping a side eye as you kind of walk by, but
He said the girl's name was
Nat.
Nat.
Did I see this?
Who would have been the last one to leave other than her, I'd say.
I was probably the first person out the door.
It probably would have been. I feel like the two of us would be.
Yeah. You probably would have seen this interaction as the doors were kind of swinging close. Kind of see as she walks out moments later.
Did he hit on you? He was
Did he
giving
hit
you the look, and he did this thing with the hat, like really cheeky, like.
He was just being a gentleman.
Oh, well, okay.
I don't know what you mean.
What did he say? I mean, is he
just-
part of the race?
Yes, he's part of the race. He saw me kind of giving him like a look like this, like I was kind of like looking at him suspicious because he was suspicious. I don't really know how to do suspicious faces, but yeah, he saw me doing that and he was like, I don't want to. Wait, let me see if I can. I don't want to go on the wrong foot. And so I was like, I don't either. And so he said his name was Silas, and the woman with him was named Nat, and that we should be careful to not let the other groups know that we're green. Although I'm pink, so I don't know why he would say that.
I'm green. It's not anything I can hide, though. I mean, if I get really mad, I'll change the colours, though, and I can work on it.
Yeah.
Is that what he meant?
No, he asked if we were if
You're
we,
not green.
I don't know, because he asked if I was an adventurer, if I was new, and I was like, oh, a bit of both, and then he said I was green, and I was very confused.
Racist. Well, let's just go then. I don't know.
But he did say that if we're ever in need of help, to give him a holler. And he also said howdy, which I think that means hello.
You would know this. That's a Cilician term.
But anyway, I made a friend.
Well, good for you.
This conversation had one combined brain cell.
Agreed. So,
You met her. She doesn't know what's
So.
going on.
you guys all heading out now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. You guys head out on the road, embers and ashes, to meet Khalees, to take her up on the job. With that being said, that is where we are going to end tonight's game. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Hope to see you again next week. Same time, same day. That's not the place. The city will still be the same place. Same time, same day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.